I like talking to you, Chris. So fitness programming, this is one I'm really excited about. What's your thoughts on around trends, predictions for fitness programming?
I think virtual is going to be the biggest thing that we see continue to grow. It's such a great supplement. It's a great feeder to get people in the Group X. And, we do a lot of work, like even with TRP, I'm on their board for the Customer Engagement Academy. And so we have a lot of data and research around people that participate in Group X are members for longer periods of time. Retention is better. They come to the gym more often. They tend to get better results. So we want to drive as many people as we can into Group X. So virtual is a great way to do that because it's for those people who maybe are intimidated by a class. I know at our gym in particular, we have a fairly fit membership base, and our classes are, I would say, higher level than some gyms. I would say not studios are pretty intense as well, but traditional gyms oftentimes classes aren't as challenging as what we have. So I think people are intimidated. So for us, and we're looking into adding virtual right now, I think it's going to be a great opportunity to put, a couple people can take a fitness on demand class and it'll help pique their interest. They'll feel more comfortable. They'll get involved. So I think virtual is going to be huge. And then even, portable virtual, keeping people connected. So if they're doing virtual on their own at home, but you got the MyZone belt on, they're still connected to your facility. Yeah. So virtual, I think, is going to be the biggest thing that continues, and it's growing, but it's going to continue to grow, evolve, and get even better. And then I think the other thing that I've seen is recovery. You're seeing.
Talk to me about recovery.
So you're seeing more cryogenic places open up in the U.S. Yeah. You see, there's a what was it called? Motion Stretch Studio is a stretching
motion stretch
studio just opened in our area, and it's purely for going in. They do some Theragun treatment, some foam rolling, some myofascial release. So I think you're going to see more of those type places, maybe even little nap places where you just come in to zen out for a while.
A little sleep.
But yeah, just more recovery. You're seeing hydro massage taking off. Clubs are adding that left and right. So things like hydro massage, cryotherapy, these stretch only, recovery only type places, I think are gonna trend for a while.
Yeah, I think Gainesville Health and Fitness are doing a lot of stuff on the hydro massage, and I do want to say the first point that you made in regards to virtual and seeing more of that in clubs. If anyone wants more information on that, I had a chat to Paul Bowman from Wexa, which was really good. If you want to put Wexa in the comments, and I'll send you guys a link to that episode. But the other one that I do encourage you to take a listen to is the episode and the interview that I did with Lauren Fundos from Forte. And the reason that I think that's a particularly good one is if the concept of virtual and live streaming your club's classes, if that's a new concept to you and you need kind of the baseline understanding, then Lauren explains it really thoroughly. So if you're a club owner that's listening at the moment, or if you're a manager that's kind of toying with the idea of virtual, then that's a good one to check out. I also did an episode with Amy Thompson. So just to clarify all of that, if you want the Wexa one, put Wexa. If you want live streaming classes, put live streaming. And if you want Amy from Les Mills, write Les Mills below. And if you want just everything to do with virtual, just write virtual. Let's keep it simple, shall we? Okay, Jane, what are you using for virtual on-demand classes? There you go. I think I might have just jumped in on that one. Are you guys doing virtual yet, Chris? Or
no, so we've met with and looked into Wexer. We've looked into the Les Mills programming, and right now we're exploring fitness on demand. So we haven't done anything yet, but it's in our plans for the first half of this year to add some sort of virtual. But we haven't made a decision yet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was going to say you've just named all the ones. So Wexer, live streaming, virtual. Thank you, Jane. Absolute pleasure. Okay, Chris, let's keep going. Last one. And my favorite one, talk to us about professional development.
Oh, I would have to say podcast is probably the number one, way to go. Now, professional development.
I did not pay him to say that. Let's just be really clear. I didn't pay him.
Oh, really? You didn't? Are you sure about that?
Coffee. Water.
No, but in all honesty, I think we're all so busy as fitness professionals. And obviously, you've had a million resources. Some of you are too young to know there was a resource in history called the library, where you'd actually go and get real things called books. They had pages. No, but in all seriousness,
stop it.
I think the trend is just more and more access to information. The podcasts out there, like your podcast, obviously the best in the business. But you've got your audiobooks.
Yep.
Which has been huge. I will tell you personally. This might be a little bit of a tangent, but with one of our core values at Stevenson Fitness is grow through constant learning, because we believe if you're not learning, you're dying. you're not evolving. You're not keeping up with the trends if you're not learning. But so for me, if you don't schedule the time for it, it doesn't happen. And then I'm always listening to a different audiobook as I go through everything. So planning on setting aside time purely for learning and staying up on trends and that sort of thing. So I think, podcasts, audiobooks are great. You want to make sure you're reading the trade journals. That's a powerful up to the minute tool. Those are all important. The other nice thing too is I subscribe to a couple good experts that send you those emails on a regular basis and the blogs, because those are easy, short reads. Those are the kind of things you could read first thing in the morning just to get you motivated for the day. I love the TED Talk app. So you've got apps that are now giving you opportunities to learn. So I go on the TED Talk app. You can set how much time you have. So let's say I only have 5 minutes and I want to get motivated. I pick the category like inspiration, 5 minutes, and I'll see an inspirational 5-minute TED. So three tips, sort of action items based on the trends that we talked about. The first is, when you look at the different categories that we discussed, look at what you're doing really well. And the things that you're doing in that area, do more of that. That's the thing. If you're not doing things well in certain areas, go back to basics. Don't try to get all trendy with it. Pardon the pun or use of the word trend. But you want to, again, pick the areas that you're doing well in, and that's where you start to experiment with the new trends. The second thing about that is, a trend is a trend, right? And sometimes it becomes a fad, and fads don't last. So what you want to do is you try different trends. We call it rifle shots. You'll try this. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. It's not meant to be, even if it's working other places. So don't think you have to participate in everything that's a trend. You simply rifle shot it, and if it works, do more of it. If it doesn't work, do less of it. And then finally, and I think the third part is, even with all the trends and everything, never forget about the human element. Today, that's what people are looking for. They're looking for the human element. They're looking for the social interaction. They want to be treated well. They want a great experience. So focus on trends, try different things, see what works, see what doesn't, keep doing what's working. At the end of the day, make sure you're focusing on your team, your people, creating a service culture, and making sure they're really taking care of people.